Mick got a point last race and his mentality's gone to the face. I'm trying. How accurate is my impression of the straight? It's like the. Is that good? No, I don't know. That's the face he is pulling right now in terms of his mentality, which means that because he's got neutral mentality, these are now his true attributes. These are his actual, like, stats. If you're actually wondering how good is Mick Schumacher on an average day, this is what he actually looks like. So he's got good reactions. Everything else is absolutely cack. O'Ward, who had an issue last race, is still happy, bless him. I don't think anyone's told him that I'm not very happy with him. But both cars are about to get the upgrades for the upcoming race, because we've got Suzuka today. Chat, did I get the parts all built in time? I think these are backup parts. I think, did we fit the parts? Let's just check this. Get the new chassis on. That's bloody exciting. And then it was underfloor, wasn't it? I don't have any backup underfloors, so if anyone messes up and goes wide or anything, that is going to be an issue. But hopefully it's going to be fine. I'm curious, actually, where these upgrades now put us on the grid. They're not major upgrades, but they're our first upgrades of the year. Let's have a look. Okay, high-speed core. Now, for people who missed it when we decided on our development, the plan with our car development was basically, let's go quick on high-speed corner tracks. We've got a Red Bull, no, we've got a Ferrari engine, so we should be fairly quick. But let's just focus on high-speed tracks. You know, we'll go to Monaco and we'll cry a lot. But in terms of the F1 kind of calendar, there are more tracks that involve high-speed cornering. You can see here, crucial at Japan, high-speed cornering. We targeted the upgrades knowing that this race was going to be coming up. It's going to be a similar thing here. In fact, it's not going to be a similar thing here in China, so ignore me. But in the... where are we looking? I mean, you can see here. There's some tracks coming up where high-speed cornering is going to be recommended. And across the overall calendar, there are just more high-speed cornering tracks than there are low-speed cornering, which is why I've kind of said, screw the low speed, we're all out going quick through fast corners. You know, the quick corners, we don't need to accelerate out the slower ones. Nah, screw that. We just want to go fast. The issue that we have got is that we've got Suzuka today, and it is going to rain. So, yeah, not ideal. I feel like with the new upgrades, we should be trying to get into Q3, and I feel like both our drivers should be able to finish higher than 13th. They both finished higher than 13th without upgrades last time. The AI is probably going to bring some upgrades too. But we're designed for this track. Like, I targeted upgrades for high-speed cornering tracks. He's saying Konnichiwa still. Crofty, you're cringe. You are cringe, son. And I'm saying cringe, and that's cringe. We've got practice sessions. It's going to be drizzly on race day, and it's drizzly for practice. But you know what I'm going to tell you? Practice doesn't matter to us. So we're just going to hit that big old sim button. See what practice performances are saying, and hope that in a dry quali we can position ourselves so that in the rain we can get some points. Let's have a look here at testing. O'Ward was 8th, Mick was 19th. Mick was on hards. Let's not panic about that. P2, 11th and 13th, and then practice 3. Mick on the mediums. Should we just stick Mick on mediums in qualifying? Chat, we need a prediction. We need a prediction for qualifying. I'm tempted to go very bold here. I think both drivers in Q3. Has the fact that we've just got high-speed cornering gone to med? Maybe, but look, there's races coming up like Monaco that I'm just basically bidding off. These are the races where we do actually have to turn up. We've got some upgrades here that should be pretty substantial. There's no one coming out. There's going to be no traffic for these runs, so this might be a one-and-done kind of deal. Ideally, we save 2 sets of tyres for the race, especially because it's going to be a wet race. There could be multiple stints on softs with some wet tyres in between. And by wet, I'm hoping I mean inters now. I don't want to be on wet tyres at any point, but who knows? Mick's crossed the line there. I had high hopes for these upgrades. Oh, was I kidding myself when I said 2 in Q3? Maybe the track's just not rubbered in. Maybe the... As long as, like, if Yuki Tsunoda goes quicker than us, that's when I panic. Because I feel like he's been our benchmark this year, hasn't he? Also, I've got to change the run plan up and down to get the fuel sorted here. I feel like that should be the... Like, we did it in clean air. Like, if the drivers don't make it through on those laps, that is down to just them not being good enough. I know not everyone's gone out yet, but we are actually quite high up here, even though we're so far behind Verstappen and Leclerc. I'm going to go out on the used tyres. I'll admit, it's a gamble, but top 16 should be fine, I feel like. Okay, is anyone going out here? Bottas and Zhou, are they on in-laps or flying laps? Oh, someone's had a moment. Is that Award? Award's crashed! No! No, 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 it's a red flag! Pato! Fault developed, it said as well. What did he hit? He's on his outlap here. Why did I say anything about our drivers being good? That's a disgrace! He's gone into the grandstand! Is he It wasn't even his fault, he's just been punted by an Alpine! That's how I feel right now. Yeah, that's right. Stare at the ground and bloody cry. Terminal damage! He's going to be at the back of the grid because I'm going to have to replace parts. I'm so upset. It was Gasly. It was bloody Pierre. Never liked Pierre Gasly. We can't void the bet, chat. To anyone who betted on 2 drivers making it into Q3, I've got bad news for you. Do I need to, I think we're going to be fine. I'm not sending Mick out. I'm not wasting tyres. 2 drivers can't outperform Mick. So it's going to be fine. Yeah, we're fine. In fact, we're up in 9th, so that's good. At least Gasly got the penalty. Imagine if I'd got the penalty for Pato getting punted there. I'm so upset. It's the first red flag we've seen in any qualifying session, and it's my driver getting punted. Because of course it is. Action needed. What's broken? It's not ideal, is it? There's a user in our chat here today, chat, called Rusty. He's written 4 messages in his lifetime. He said, I'm a wanker. You deserve that, you wanker. You're a wanker. Your brain is broken, you wanker. A lot of masturbation on the mind, Rusty. Seek God. Chat, I don't have another version of the chassis, and he can't change it during the weekend. Does that mean I have to emergency manufacture? The rear wing's fine. Suspension is fine. Oh, I've been absolutely mudded by that crash. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's... we're in Q2 still with Mick, but while Mick's getting ready, I'm here having a meltdown in the corner. It's going to cost £2 million, build the chassis, I guess. We kind of have to. If Mick now gets punted. And, chat, remember when I said, our drivers have had no issues with gearboxes? Remember that? Well, I said, no, we've really looked after our parts so far this year. Thank you. The game was listening. The engine wear's not great, but I think we just roll with it because he's going to be starting at the back anyway. Wait, can Award still go out in Q2? Because he did qualify... no. It said send out at the bottom and I thought there was a chance. It would have been stupid if there was. That would have been the fastest ever manufacturing of a new chassis and putting it on an F1 car ever. Mick, save me. The worst thing is I was getting ready to blame Pato. I was ready to blame him. I just thought he'd locked up going into that chicane at the end of the lap. Okay, first lap. This is on used tyres, so this isn't going to be reflective of what we can do. Mick, Slick Mick, do your thing. Can you change the name of your team during a save? This blocking's... I feel like they should have hit. I'm very glad they haven't. It's Mick magic. I don't know how to react to that. I mean, we've lost. That's murdered us, hasn't it? That has murdered us. What are the odds of this meeting a Ferrari there? He's gone green through the sector. I don't think he slowed down there. He activated, like, hollow mode, chat, for a moment. Don't question it. It's a new technology. The FIA haven't outlawed it yet. Mickey's going quicker. Oh, he lifted there. That compromised our exit. Who was that? It was Lando pissing Norris. Is that Max? Get out of the way, please, please, please. It's not Max. I don't know what's happening here. Are we going to get a tow here? I don't know. We've gone green through Sector 2, apparently. I don't know. We're in 10th and we are improving. This feels like not a good lap. You're in P10. That is unfortunate, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, we did mess up Lando's qualifying session in Australia. So there is this karma. That last sector was what killed us. If it hadn't been for hitting the RB car, we would have gone faster, even with the other traffic. I mean, that one is unfortunate with traffic. The Old World one is just a different level of unfortunate, isn't it? Let's be completely honest. Is Bottas going to go quicker? Is he on an in-lap? He's on an in-lap, isn't he? Yeah, okay. I mean, 12th without setting a good lap is fine. It's raining, so it's going to be fine in the race, but that's not great to look at, is it? That is not great to look at. I mean, O'Ward didn't set time in Q2. Not his fault. Mix in 12th. I think O'Ward, because of the gearbox change during a session, is going to take a grid penalty. Oh, chat. It's not raining to start. It's not raining to start. Does that mean we're starting dry? Oh, not another all-inters race. Please. It's starting dry. Oh, chat. What is the situation here? There might be a bit more tyre management needed here. There is also a patch where it might get dry. I mean, the other thing to remember, chat, is my weather centre accuracy is 70%, which means it could get drier or it could get wetter. I mean, if there's no DRS, our upgrade through high-speed cornering should be fairly useful for keeping people behind us. The AI is on inters to start. That's not entirely surprising. This is probably going to be inters for the whole race, but there might be spells where it's dry enough for the DRS to be enabled, but only for short spells where it's not worth pitting for dries. So we've got to keep an eye on that. We're going to hop on board with Mick anyway. He's starting 12th. Out-qualified by the RB cars. We got mudded by traffic in quali. I think we have a bit more pace than perhaps our starting position suggests. Gasly is starting at the back, by the way. So there is some karma in the world. O'Ward's engine is a bit worn, so we have got to watch out for the new mechanical failures. They could come in to be a thing. Sorry, who is that? Yuki Tsunoda's just done some lawn mowing. He's picked up an issue there. He's actually damaged his underfloor going over the curbs and the grass. I mean, that's a new thing that you see a lot more this year. By the way, also the track is drying. Chat, the track is drying. There's a yellow flag. Pato's got damage now too. What's happening? Pato, who hit him now? George Russell's just going on the grass. And then George just rejoins under the bridge. He's got to get a penalty for that referee. What is this? What is this? Is poppycock. They're bullying Pato. It's because he's Mexican. Minor front wing damage. Oh my god. I'm so sad. I mean, we've kind of just got a pit to fix it because it's going to cost us so much time. Do I just risk it on softs now? Is there any... Like, he's already last and the track's dry-ish. I think you're right, chat. It's probably going to backfire spectacularly and he gets lap loads. There's nothing to lose, is there? Like, there's literally... He's 3 seconds behind because of what's just happened there. Oh, Pato, I'm so sorry. I mean, Russell should get the penalty. Russell's got damage as well, at least. So there is some karma. 3 cars picking up damage, though, on the first lap. Would not have been able to say that in last year's game. So I'm gonna try and find the positive, despite the fact it's completely mudded me. I am also just keeping an eye on the track dryness here to see if it's going to dry or get wetter. I mean, DRS should be enabled here after lap 1. These inters, by the way, are getting absolutely cooked on a dry track. Which is a bit of a problem, especially because they might have to last. Right, Award's in the pits. It's not going to be a pit quick stop, is it? Russell has stayed out. Russell better get investigated, by the way. Is the rain going up or down? I'm so angry. I'm so... Just give me an okay pit stop. I know we've got to replace the nose, so it's not going to be a good stop. They've got it off, lads. They've got it off. That is... You know what? If we do it in under 7 seconds, it's good. That's fine. You know, it's fine. Mick, how are you getting on? Mick, give me something to cheer about. I'm putting O'Ward on slicks here. It's a complete gamble, but he had to replace his nose lap 1. He was at the back by 3 seconds. Might as well try something. Probably can push on the fuel. because, as we learned in Australia, you don't really burn through your fuel even pushing if it starts to rain. And it probably is going to get wetter today. Chat, there could be a decent amount of time here where it's at a 0.6 level until like lap 10. Award might get like 9 laps here on these dry tyres. I guess the question becomes, how much quicker are they going to be? He's currently 26.7 behind Gasly. Keep an eye on the gap to lead here. It's at 42.5. I don't know if Pato's actually gaining. I don't think he's gaining, chat. And I'm pushing him hard here. And in fact, the strategy is just, we have no strategy. That's an accurate reflection of where things are at.
Nice and steady now.
Chat, how much time has he made up? He's gone green through sector 2. Then again, he's not gone through it that many times. Oh, it's getting wetter. Chat, it's getting wetter. It's a disaster. I'll admit it, it's suboptimal, this race. But having had to replace his nose on lap 1, we might as well try something ballsy. Someone should let Pato know that we're planning like plan O at this point in time. If there's a scrapbook of all the different ways this race could go, all the notes note down, what we've done with O'Ward is probably on the back page. He is picking up time, but he is also going to have to pit again for inters. So it's a case of, can he make up a pit stop's worth of time? And also it is still just getting wetter and wetter. And at 0.8, that's about where it's not a massive gap. Russell didn't get a penalty, by the way, for that incident. I'm fuming. I'm so angry. Pato O'Ward is the most unlucky driver ever. I've decided. Everyone else is just burning their inters though on this dry track. It's going to be a weird situation. This is a really good test actually for the AI to see how the AI manages things here. Pato is like still 26 seconds behind, but there's not much point in pitting now to put on inters. I'm better off just committing to this and seeing how he gets on. Like, his last lap time is about the same. About this level, there isn't really a difference in the performance of the tyres. And at this moment, inters are just all being worn through really quickly because the track's fairly dry. I'm going to try and get Danny Rick into the final sector here in the DRS zone, because he's not going to get DRS off Yuki. So it should be pretty doable. Unless they back up Tsunoda, which they're not going to do. Come on, Mick. I know it's not a big DRS zone, but you do have the overall speed. Our car is definitely quicker. Okay, we literally haven't... If I stay in neutral, we'll be fine. It's a great overtake on Danny Rick. We love it. Clap it in. It's steadily going to climb. Has this got bigger, chat? I feel like this looked different 2 seconds ago. Am I going crazy? I feel like the rain peaked before lap 20. Pato is gaining, but the issue is he's gaining by such a small amount. The only thing he might have going for him is if I hold it out to lap 20, could Pato just pit for inters there and then make them last the whole race? That might be the saving grace. I have no idea. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. We've had a moment somewhere, but to who? Zhou's got damage at the back and it's bad damage. What happened? He's crashed. He's hit a wall, apparently. Is there even a wall near the track there? Has he run wide and then just clipped on the outside? Oh. I mean, yeah, you can't do that. I mean, a safety car would have been great for Pato, because I could have got him on inters for free. I realise if you just tuned into the stream now, you look at the Pato situation and go, well, he's messed up again, hasn't he, this streamer? He's ballsed it up again. He's always messing it up here. No, it's not what it looks like. Is DRS going to be disabled before we get to the last corner? This is very intense right now. Come on, Mick, get him. Don't disable it. Please don't disable it. I think it gets disabled at 0.01, so I think we're okay. Wait, have we got... They've just disabled... I hate them. I hate them. Why have they done it? The FIA are corrupt, Mick. Get aggressive. Go for it, son. They've tried to ruin your race there, Mick. That is targeted to the absolute extreme. I'm so angry. You couldn't make it up. Awards in the pits. We've had a pit stop there. It's the fastest pit stop of the day and I've not watched it. Maybe that's why it was quick. Also, we have now been lapped. You know what? I didn't watch it. Maybe that's why they did well. Maybe the Ultras just, important matches being watched, they don't like. Tsunoda's pitting. Interesting. Are they going to 2-stop on inters, do we think? to make inters last from here, as we've learnt with awards, you've probably got to look after them. They might be going for like a 2-stopper. I'm so confused. One sec. Let me just update this. Like, if you babysit the inters to the extreme, they might last, but I don't think it's worth it, because the track's going to dry around lap 25. That's actually moved out a little bit now. But if it does dry out, the inters are going to get worn there at that point. I think I have to gamble with a 1-stop with Pato anyway. If I have to make a 2nd stop for another 7 inters, it's stupid. But that is interesting. But keep an eye on that water level, chat. Verstappen's pitting as well. There's a yellow flag. Who went wide? Who had a moment? Perez has had a spin. The game is realistic. Was it just out the exit? Did Perez... Is that safe rejoining? Check the data. Check the data. Mick's tyres are not good. What lap was I hoping to pit with Mick? I can't remember. Chat, what was the plan with Mick? Lap 26. That's when it dries. That was the plan. That's not where we're going to be at, is it? What's like the thing that closest resembles? It's probably nearer this. I feel like if the track doesn't dry, this is possible. Award has made 2 pit stops here. What a performance. 2 pit stops to 1 for Zhou. We're still overtaking him on lap 17. Ah. Yeah, I can see it. There's a bit of Zhou's car missing, isn't there? Is that legal? Is that compliant? I feel like that probably isn't safely attached. Look, the DRS flap, that's going to help him in the straights. This bit here is mental. What's happened? Mick's got overtaken by Perez. That's Mick. It's Sergio Perez. It's fine. Right, we are now just trying to make these tyres last. There's another yellow flag. What's happened? Hulkenberg's locked up. Mick's locked up. Mick!
Let's take a closer look.
There's lockups going on everywhere. Hulkenberg's locking up at one bit and Mick's locking up elsewhere. What's crack-a-lacking? A safety car now for a pit stop for Mick would be massive. You ran wide and it's annoying. Yeah, I agree, mate. I'm bloody annoyed by it too. We lost about 5 seconds, I think, to Bottas.
We're happy with tyres.
I'm fuming. The track's going to dry up soon. So inters are going to get shredded. There's a VSC. What's happened? Tsunoda's out. Tsunoda is out the race. Pit for Mick now. Chat, I'm really tempted to slap on softs here and just take a crazy gamble. It's not worth it. What happened to Yuki? I've got to go for the inters. To be clear, but it's a free inter stop. Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall there. He's at the home Grand Prix. Now, if I pit now, it's the wettest it's going to be right now. If it was a full safety car, I might gamble on the softs. I'm not going to do that here. Right, it's a cheaper pit stop. Are we still going to come out in 10th here with a pit? This was another reason to stay out, by the way, was if there was a VSC. We'd be okay. Bottas is pitting.
Okay,
we're going to come out behind Russell. They were gaining a lot of time there then. Good stop. Okay stop. Not the best stop for the Ultras ever.
3.5.
I mean, we're going to come out behind Russell and co. But if the track's going to dry, Russell's inter's already at 83% wear. That's not good for him.
P12.
That's all right. We lost 5 seconds on Russell, but Russell's like delta to us is crazy. And we can get aggressive. I mean, our wear compared to the 2 guys in front of us is quite good. And now Zhou's got a mechanical issue as well. Oh, I feel bad for Zhou. Does anyone else feel a bit bad for him? I don't know what highlight we get here for a mechanical failure. Have they developed a fault? Apparently. I don't know what I was expecting to be shown there. Is it going to dry? This is apparently the driest it's going to be, and it's not drying. This makes the chances of a one-stop working on Mick and Award quite good. if we're gentle enough on the top. Why did I say anything? DRS is enabled, bloody hell. I swear, like, the graph's just a lie, innit? This graph is just a lie. Chat, it's now the driest it's been. This graph's just a load of shit, innit? Pardon my French, but, like, it's just a lie. Might as well just get a blue crayon out and draw a line across. Joe's retired. Oh, he's gone, chat. Both in real life, he's going to probably be out of F1, and he's out of F1 here. Why? I've clicked the view Joe. Why is Mick swearing about Joe retiring? Apparently, Mick and Joe, they go way back. They're very close, you know. You let Mick know, by the way, Joe's retired. He's just starts swearing about it. Maybe Mick was predicting just, you know, one DNF. He's not happy about it. Norris is in the pits. Is that Norris's first pit stop? I think it might be. So I think lots of people are going to do a two-stopper on the Inters, whereas I am gambling on a very long one-stop with Mick. But I do need the track to get wetter sooner, which it is now starting to do again. So that's good. Russell is going to have to two-stop. Ricciardo's two-stopping. Hamilton might be two-stopping. The only risk is that these Inters do not make it to the end without going below 30% and risking a puncture. But, I mean, I don't really have a choice. If we went for the two-stopper, we had no chance of going faster than these guys because they are just quicker than us. There's no reason to save fuel, is there? There isn't, because now the track's about to get wetter, we're going to struggle to use it. But I actually want Russell in front of us to follow in his dirty air to try and get temps into the Inters whilst running them less aggressively. But the track is getting wetter. There's a yellow flag. Oh my word. There's a red flag! There's a red flag! Norris is in the wall. Perez has damage. It's drama. That's another car out. Pato's back. New Inters. Oh, I mean, it would get punted there. I feel empathy. I'm going to be empathetic because that happened to us. Norris locks up. Is it bad that I just assumed it was Perez who had the issue there? We're starting 10th and 20th. This is great news. Although, could the weather forecast now change? Could it be dry at the end? Because we've now had 20 minutes where we're just not racing. I mean, we're going to be on the Inters anyway. But if it's dry at the end, that could change things up. Please tell me it changed the tyres on Mick. We'll find out, chat. If it didn't change them, I'm panicking. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Right, we can be aggressive now. This is weird. Turn everything up.
We'll catch these guys.
We'll catch these guys. Mixing 19th. There's an investigation ongoing, by the way. No penalty. Sorry. VAR justice for Sergio Perez. I think the FIA here just hate Mexicans. They picked on O'Ward before, and now they're picking on Perez. Perez has been punted into Narnia. Picked up damage. I mean, O'Ward is suddenly back in this race, isn't he? This is why we didn't retire him, chat. Bit unfortunate as well, hasn't it? Again, it was like Australia where we've had an all-inter race. Because when it's all-inter, there's no variety in the strategy. O'Ward is going to have the inside line here. Or is the door going to get shut? No, he's got it. Nice move, Pato. Clap that, chat. We appreciate racing like that. Love it. Albon's developed a fault. Albon's got a... Chat, this is great news. It's another mechanical fault. If I go to this screen here, then... Where is it? Where's Albon? Can we see the exact issue? It's an engine issue. Look at that. Engine issue for Albon. We love it. It's not a major issue yet, but I wonder if they'd retire him early to save the part. I don't know if the AI does that. How is Schumacher caught up like this? Don't question it. Just enjoy the vibes. Up the inside, Mick. Up the inside. Screw you, Alonso. Alonso. See ya. Mick's in 8th. Oh, we love it.
Okay, good job. So you have
That overtake by O'Ward, by the way. Very ballsy. Now let's get Lance. Mick is cooking, isn't he? Is Mick's mentality... Oh, look, he's got high confidence. We're getting the buffs, chat. We're getting the... Mick, take the wheel. I am a fan of Mick. It's me and Mick against the world. I never doubted Mick Schumacher's ability to drive a racing car. We're in 7th. I can't believe it. Award, can you learn from that? The answer's probably no, but we can dream. I just remembered as well, we've got the prediction, haven't we, on 1 to 3 DNFs or 4 or more DNFs. There is 13 laps left for 1 more DNF for the believers. Awards finish, I think, for the sponsors was 13th. It's not looking good, is it? Are we just going to get Sargent here? I don't know what damage Sargent's got here, but he is struggling. Awards made a few moves through here. He's going to do it again, potentially. Just squeeze him out here. Okay, never mind. I thought we were going to nail the move there. It's not happened. Surely we get him here, though. I feel like we could have got our elbows out more there. We'll still get him here. That car is definitely carrying some kind of major issue. Is it his rear wing? His rear wing looks fine. Is it the nose? Is he missing an M plate? It might be floor damage. I've noticed that cars definitely pick up a lot more floor damage this year in game. We saw... He drove into us.
Yeah, okay.
He's fine. He's fine. We've not got damage. It's a great move and manoeuvre. We call that the old punt and shunt in this house. That's not going to be a penalty. He drove into us. Look, we had the line. We're at the apex. He turned into us. Racing incident. Racing incident. Yeah, that's what you get, Logan Sargent. I've not forgiven him from last year with the Williams save game. If they give Pato the penalty, it's a disgrace. They've given Award a penalty. They've given him a penalty. It's a disgrace. They hate Mexico. I know that, you know, they say that they hate the Spanish drivers. No, it's not that. It's just Spanish speaking. 5 seconds. Perez got sent to Narnia by Lando Norris, and then Perez didn't get, well, Lando didn't get a penalty for it. And then this happens, and that's the... They hate burritos. They hate maracas. They hate everything that makes Mexico great, like tequila. So although a dry track means DRS is enabled, the inter tyres are still pretty good to around 0.8. 0.8 to 0.85 is roughly where there is, like, no performance difference between the tyres. The only difference is that inters will start to wear a lot quicker. Mick's up to 6th. I can't believe it. I'm just talking about other stuff going on. Mick's just there going, woo, let's go. He's having the time of his life. And I owe it all to him. Mick is having the drive of his life, isn't he? No issues, no mistakes. How have I got so much fuel? There was a red flag and a VSC. Right. Deploying out of that corner there gets you a lot of gain. Yeah, DRS is now enabled. This is bad. I've not got the tools to fend off Hamilton with DRS. Our car is not this quick. And a dry track is going to mean the tyre wear goes through the roof. If I pit with Pato for softs... He's got DRS, it's not fair. If I pit with Pato with softs, please don't crash. That's the most important thing at this point. Just let him by, Mick, if you have to. 7th would be exceptional. Yeah, if I pit Pato, there's a 5-second, like, stop-go anyway. Also, according to this graph, this is, like, as dry as it's going to get. Now, I know the graph's not accurate. Apparently, it's going to be damp in 12 minutes. No point. No point, chat, I'm afraid to say. Even if I go on to slicks now, they're not going to be quicker than the inters to go for, like, a fastest lap. Not that going for a fastest lap is advised in a car like ours. I think if there's a place to use ERS, it's here. The Aston Martin, by the way, is a quicker car than ours. It's about half a second quicker in the dry. I've deployed out that corner with everything turned up, and he's still reeling us in. Mick is going to have to be heroic here. We went in neutral with battle assist on just to try and charge a bit of battery. He's going to get us here. We just have to stay with him. We just have to try and stay with him, chat.
Let's look after this tire.
The best course of action is probably to try and overtake him. Wait, Hamilton's slowed down massively. Hamilton's only a second ahead of Stroll. We're all getting bunched back up. Mick Schumacher in 8th. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about anyone else. 2.5 laps remaining. A track that is marginally dry, so the wear is very high. Award and Magnussen are driving. Award has just squeezed Magnussen there, I assume. Oh my word, they've caught up to Perez. Perez's damage is really screwing him over. There could still be drama. There's no DRS. There's 2 laps left.
2 laps to go, Mick.
Stroll and Perez, turn 1. If they want to crash that, it'd be amazing for us. Oh, Stroll's up to 5th. I've not got anything else I can give Mick here because our battery, I'm not sure what our charge is over the line. There might be a little bit to deploy at the end. Stroll forgot, you forgot Stroll was North American. He took it personally. You know what? I can't argue with it. Mick! Mick! Not like this, chill. Okay, look, we'll just turn it all down. Shut it down. We'll take 8th. Oh my word. Mick, just chill. Chill, Mick. We'll take 8th. Just turn it all down. I mean, Mick's a long way back. Stroll and Perez. Have I just heard a crash there, or am I going crazy? I thought I heard a crash, chat. I'm hearing fake noises. That's where we're at right now. It's not going to happen here. Let's get on board with Mick. Chat, clap him in. Our hero through the chicane. He is going to secure us an insane 8th place. It's points. It's prizes. We're going to have a good time about it. That is as good as we could have hoped for. We capitalised on some DNFs. Award is still trying to get Mick at the... not Mick. Albon at the line here. It's not going to matter. Mick Schumacher is racking in the points. I said that only one driver would survive the first year. Right now, Pato's got to be feeling the pressure. He's not been scoring points. He's driving into Albon almost. Is he going to get Albon on the line? He's got a 5-second penalty. It literally doesn't matter. He's going to get him. We'll appeal the penalty. We'll appeal the penalty. Like, it says he's got 14th there. We'll appeal it. It's a great overtake on the line. Imagine if there was no penalty. Imagine the drama it could have been. I mean, to be fair, he qualified poorly because he got punted. He got taken out on the first lap by Russell. He did. You know it's good when the game's like driver of the day. Give it to Slick Mick. We got lucky with the red flag. I'll be honest, we got very lucky with the red flag. Mick Schumacher making up 4 places. Award didn't actually go up or down there. Great race. Would have been 14th if not for that penalty. But it happens. It's 4 points for us. It takes us to 5. And in the constructors, look at that. We've gone above pissing RB. We're in 6th. I can't believe it. That is biblical scenes right there. And for the DHL Ultras, but we've not been great at this so far. That's good. So we move up in the standings. Oh, we're ahead of Kick by 1 point. I love it. I absolutely love it. Didn't get all the points, all the kind of points money. I was going to say points money. Prize money from our sponsors, though. Mick, though, he did his job. Pato. I'm going to say Pato got unlucky. Is that fair? I feel like Pato got unlucky. Chat, we need to pay out the prediction. There was 1 to 3 DNFs there. We very nearly got the floor. We have, though, got the floor. I think that's the floor that we had to install as an emergency manufacturer, isn't it? Right. Doohan. Only 8 months left on his contract. He's actually quite cheap, but he is older, isn't he? Behrman only has 8 months left. Is this on his F2 contract or on his Ferrari contract? I assume it means on his Ferrari contract. Then Antonelli. Now, it's interesting, right? Because Antonelli in-game, I don't know if it shows it anywhere here, but it says like how he can't race in F1. Obviously, in real life, they've just brought in a new exemption for Antonelli kind of specifically, although they don't want to acknowledge that. Using the F1 Manager database editor, you can actually give pilots or drivers manually super licenses. So if you wanted to, you could sign Antonelli during your first year and then give him a super license so he can actually drive for you. if you're playing on PC and have the F1 Manager database editor enabled, which is cool. Chat, I kind of want to sign Antonelli, but is everyone going to sign Antonelli, and does that make it boring? Or is it okay because it's Kimi Antonelli? I believe, like I said, I believe negotiations are kind of bugged, so you have to just immediately ask for an answer and hope that he's interested. So I'm kind of just tempted to throw some money. My current affiliate's like earning, I think, 1.2 and 1.4 million. So I don't mind offering him a fair amount here, like 900k. I'll give him a signing on bonus as well. We have a little bit of money to play with here. Not a ton. It's actually going to get to a point soon where I maybe don't manufacture parts, but instead just get ready to research a lot for next year. So this year in F1 Manager, if you don't know, you can have like your own little junior driver team with up to 10 drivers. So just because we're signing Antonelli here doesn't mean he's ever going to drive for us. And also, drivers can be poached by the AI teams. So even though we sign him, he might not ever actually drive for us. I feel like he's not going to accept this, but I'll just offer him it and see what he says. Why not? Like I said, contracts are a bit bugged at the moment, so you have to like immediately negotiate. Yeah, okay, we've made him a bit angry. He wants 1.145. Chat, am I about to make him very highly paid? I might well be about to. I'll lower the breakout multiplier slightly and increase the signing on bonus. If I put the start date at the end of the year, is he going to be annoyed about that? So does that impact things? I like the fact, by the way, there was this little slidey bar. Have you seen this year? Like, you actually get given a bit of a guideline as to how things affect stuff. If I put it on next season, I don't have to pay out a buyout fee, which is kind of useful. I would like to just use a massive amount of do a massive signing on fee and lower the salaries, but the issue, of course, I've not got that much money in the bank. Let's see what he says. Why not? He's accepted it, chat. Do we hire him? He's only coming in to be an affiliate. He comes in next year. It says it's a 4-year deal. Did I offer him a 4-year deal, or is it just added a year on? I feel like it has added a year on there. I'm not going to question it. We'll hire him. I don't know if he'll ever drive for us. He might get poached. He drives for us next year, so I can't actually impact his development right away. But it just gives us a little plan B, you know. For when Mick's annoying me and Pato's annoying me, we have Antonelli as an option. He's a good driver, but that smoothness and adaptability need to get better.